Sports, 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 sports.
Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to Sportsball, part of the SPDM Crew podcast. We talk about sports-related topics, but we focus on you, the fan, and whether it's a sport, team, event, athlete, or sports-related news. Today, I am talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers and them snagging up Roki Sasaki from Japan. It was a foregone conclusion that he was definitely going to sign with the Dodgers. Just all signs pointed to it. Plus, if we're being perfectly honest, between signing two of the other most prominent Japanese players of the current era that we're in right now, it seemed like it was a pretty safe bet that he was going to sign with the Dodgers. Now, set aside the fact that I think that this is horrible for baseball, mainly because the Dodgers, all they're doing is that they are just stacking everything up just in their favor, where they're going to have potentially down the road like $1 billion in their payroll. And I think baseball needs to take a good look at the mirror and be like, is this good for the sport? I take a look at what the NBA has done with just salary caps and first and second aprons and preventing super teams in a way. And I'm wondering if MLB should take a look at this and think, boy, maybe we need to do something like that as well. Because despite the fact that I think that this is bad for baseball, this is just generational talent that the Los Angeles Dodgers have assembled. And I think that unless they've already have the makings of a dynasty, but if it's one of those things where they're going to continue to be successful, like everything needs to fall into place and everybody needs to be healthy and everybody needs to be performing at optimal levels. Last year for the World Series, they beat the Yankees, which I get it. It's good for ratings, but it's also just bad for the sport as well. But the Dodgers are going to have potentially just an all-time amazing team. So I'm good for them for pulling this off. They're working well within the rules that baseball has outlined in terms of assembling teams. I think they need to do a better job of figuring out how to do this to make it more of a competitive balance. But hey, it is what it is. And until such a time, the Dodgers are just going to be at a total advantage. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is that I want to talk about the NFL divisional round games. Particularly, I want to talk about the Commanders and Lions game that happened. So a couple things that I wanted to kind of just get off my chest about this game is that, one, good for the Washington Commanders for making it to the NFC Championship game in Jaden Daniels' first year, nonetheless. As somebody who has Caleb Williams on the team that he roots for, this is a bit of a bitter pill to swallow that Jaden Daniels is this good at leading his team to the NFC Championship game in his first season. It seems like the Commanders have got an all-timer on their roster. However, we all thought this about Robert Griffin III as well. So let's just temper expectations. Let's see what's going to happen. I'll be very curious to see how this is going to pan out because the Lions, everybody thought that the Lions were the best team in football most of the year, and they're correct in that sense. I think what this should show everybody is that the Lions are probably a quarterback away. That's all they need. They've done amazing work with Jared Goff and turned him into a consistent player, semi-consistent player at least, just a solid overall addition to their team. And he embodies a lot of what Detroit wants their team to be, which is just hardworking, gritty, underestimated, everything like that. Now, anybody who says that this season for the Lions was a failure is just flat out wrong because this team is going to continue to be there. They're probably going to be better next year. But I think when they get Aiden Hutchinson back, then they're still going to be a great team. And then also, I think this might be the year that they have to take a solid look and take a look at the quarterback market and see what they can do with replacing Jared Goff. But congratulations to the Washington Commanders, and also congratulations to the Detroit Lions. They did an amazing, or they had an amazing season. Came up short again, but hey, they're in the playoffs. They were the best team in football most of the year. And with some changes and tweaks, and with Dan Campbell still at the helm, I think the Detroit Lions are going to be in pretty good shape. That's going to do it for this episode of Sports Ball. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website soon to be out, or check out our website at spdmcrew.com. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any needs for marketing, logo, or brand standards, contact them at HiFlyerCreative.com. Check out some of our other shows on the network as well. We've got lots of shows about various topics like movies. We've got ones about TV. We've got a couple about music. We've got stuff about comics, physical movie collections, different things like that. So check out all the stuff that we have available on the SPD Crew podcast network. And if you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM Crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, pain heals, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever.